Yeah, how you doing? We're doing great. Yeah. All right. Well, got some things to talk about, I guess. Things to do. All right. All right. Let's get to it, shall we? All right. Just heading out yonder way. Brain dead. How you doing, buddy? Decided to go do the late night moon stream because I'm in a public place. I really don't want to do the howling. I'll do the howling when I'm away from people. That'll look weird. I'm just at the mini mall. It's twilight. Ugh. All right. Oh yeah. There we go. So I'm out here doing what I gotta do, you know. Going for a stroll. It's nice for night. Cute cashier. Hello, Dove. How you doing? All right. Well, we got 24 views and only 1 like. Hit the thumbs up. Smash that like button. Thumbs up. We got 24 views and only 1 like. Thumbs up. Okay, Hammer. I don't care. Well, I sent some videos on Discord. Oh, we all know I was on Discord. Got into a real doozy of an argument with some of the ladies of the Boyd. They didn't particularly agree with my point of view. Oh, that's okay. I don't expect that.
Look at the door sticker. Look at your driver's seat. Oh, this is my okay. Door sticker.
Hello, King Cyrus. Hello, Cyrus. I am out here. And, yeah. Going for my walk. Yeah. Oh, yeah. How you doing, Hammer and Nails? All right. Well, we could talk about some things. Hello, Sabrina. Hello. Don't get too much. Can't do too much of that. Oh yeah. All right, well, doing what I gotta do. Okay, well, ladies, to the ladies of the boy I was talking to in the in the chat. Now, as you know, I'm a Christian. I believe in traditional gender roles. I do not believe that men and women are equal. I believe that men and women complement each other. That we each have our own we each have our own role, and that there is a divine that there is a divine hierarchy. Okay? Man. First you got Jesus. Jesus is the highest. Then you got man. Then you got woman. Then you got children. Each play their part. The problem is, in our current society, that's not how it is today. And you wonder why our society is just falling apart. It's just not working, you know? Because when you get away from that natural order, well, we got what we got today. Low birth rates. A psychotic society where everything's falling apart. Where there's a big old... God, it's good. Yeah. Feminism destroyed a lot of things. Feminism caused so many negative things. But let's not be honest here. These ideas of equality and equity, they don't exist beyond the ability to enforce it. Without a government apparatus to enforce equity, equality, feminism couldn't exist without men enforcing these, men with badges and guns, enforcing this equality, enforcing no-fault divorce, enforcing this affirmative action. Without that, it wouldn't exist. If everything was in its natural state, I can assure you, men would retain the throne again. Men would sit on their throne once more. So yeah. Well, sometimes you got to point out the obvious, hammer and nails, because some people don't get it. Maybe you get it, hammer and nails. But there are just some people out there that just don't get it. And I get hate for it. And you wonder why men have decided the young men are now following guys like Andrew Tate, because they're tired of being made ashamed for being what they are, men. There's nothing wrong with being a man. There's nothing wrong with masculinity. Masculinity is not toxic. No, it's not. Okay? I get tired of hearing that. This is a radical Jezebel feminist. I'm on, and some people say it's just that fourth wave feminism. No, 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 no. All of it's bad. I know the history. Feminism was a radical movement from the very beginning. They bombed churches. So yeah. People need to understand there's a history you're not taught. We're taught a very condensed form of history. That, we're taught in our history classes that feminism was a good thing. That, the suffragettes were good and they were righteous in their cause. But when you read up, when you hear the real history, which I've done research on this. The suffragettes were like Antifa. They were bombing churches. They were doing violent actions. They were terrorists back in the day. Make no mistake about that. I think it started. Never had good intentions. Look up the occult history of feminism. Brain dead. You can find videos about that. It was always a satanic movement. Always an occult movement. Always an anti-Christian, anti-family movement. It was never about equality. Equality is a communist concept which doesn't exist in nature. In a natural state, there is no equality. There's hierarchy. That's it. In God's order, there's only hierarchy. Okay? So in nature and God's order, hierarchy exists. Equality? Forget it. You can look it up. A lot of the early mothers of feminism, the founding mothers of feminism were satanic women who practiced witchcraft, who made a deal with Beelzebub himself. Make no mistake about that. They saw Satan as their liberator. Indeed. And now we live in a society where everything's out of whack. Everything's skewed in a different way. Any wonder why men are walking away? Any wonder? Any wonder why men are going overseas? Because they want something that's in the natural state. They want natural women. They don't want this masculine female with a masculine personality. It's not... Hey, brother. Did you get me? Ah, that one, brother. I'm about to get baptized. I was going to talk about that. I'm about to get baptized. Yes, I haven't heard from you, Iron Man. But yeah, feminism has done a lot of damage to society. And on purpose. It's Satan's plan. See, when you make a deal with the devil always tricks you. And the devil has played their tricks. Thank you. I'm going to talk about something real for a change. Now, here's the good news. Feminism is on its way out. Feminists are actually fighting each other now. Their time is coming to an end. Thank God. Thank you, Sabrina. And for the record, I don't hate women. But I do not like Jezebel women. I just don't like them. Jezebel women and loose women, Jezebel women I don't like. Women who think they're better than men, women who think they're above men. Because we're in this unnatural hierarchy. You know what I mean? No harlots. Exactly. And here's the thing. A lot of people say I'm against single mothers. I'm critical of single mothers. But here's the thing. I always make a distinction between a single mother and a widow. Widows had a husband and he died. Single mothers chose to be single mothers. Look it up. Most women choose single motherhood. It's not like the guy left. She pushed him out for child support money over having a stable father in the home. And above all else, women overseas, in countries that are non-westernized, don't get my criticism. The Philippines, the Filipino women, they don't get my criticism. Russian, Ukrainian women, they don't get my criticism. Not at all. Not at all. See, that's the difference. And it may be true that I live alone, I'm by myself, but most men are these days. Every country should. Not really, Mr. Nobody. I think feminism needs to go. Unfortunately, our culture is only meant for Westerners. Doesn't work for anybody else, Mr. Nobody. But to the modern women out there who disagree with me, are you even happier under feminism that you have this feeling that you're superior to men because the laws are on your side? You realize that all reason why the laws and the divorce laws and all the laws that govern, like false accusations are on your side. They're using you. Ladies, I'm here to tell you, to all these modern women out who think you're getting some, who think you're having all this fun, you're getting all this college education, you're being used. You don't even know it. You're being used. Feminism will say you can have it all, but nobody can have it all. And you'll have fun for a time. Oh, of course you will. But there will come a time when your life is going to be miserable, lonely. That time is here or it's coming. But you should listen to me. If you don't marry young, you're done. Bottom line. All used up and with cats. A lot of women are going to end up single and alone, according to stats, in the next decade. We're talking about spinster bubble here. You have pushed men away to the point where we don't want to deal with. We'd rather be alone than deal with you. The Bible says it is better to live in the wilderness than to be under the same roof with a contemptuous woman. Oh, I know. I don't say this because I hate you. No, I say it because I love you. I say it because I care. Because people that don't care, they're going to tell you exactly what you want to hear. They're going to tell you, oh, this feminism thing is really good. Holding off on marriage and children. Well, that's really going to work for you. You go, girl. Unfortunately, it doesn't go well. Speaking. But the good news is feminism is on its way out. Men are tired of it. Men are fed up. Men have found a way to protest against the system without ever picking up a sign or rebelling. What have we done? We simply walked away. We went overseas. You didn't appreciate us? We took our business elsewhere. That's how it works. And we see the results. This is peak slingshot. You got that right. Ladies, this I'm better than you attitude is going to destroy you. As the Bible said, you will only have your fun for a season. But winter is coming. Winter is here. Ladies, the playtime's over. In the end, you lose in the long run. This is for me. Where is my... She's not around. Don't know. But I'm telling you. And I warn you, ladies, because I care. I care. If you do not accept traditional gender roles, if you do not conform to God's will, God will punish you. If you keep trying to act like a man, you will be lonely and bitter. Not because men can't handle a strong, independent woman. No, it's going to turn us off. Masculinity female is going to turn a man off very quickly. Unless he's a beta simp. No one wants a loud, obnoxious woman. Femininity is what we want. And why do you think we go overseas? Because we want feminine, loving, supportive women that give us peace when we come home. Peace! Not loud and yelling and screaming and back and forth. No one wants to hear that. That's right. We need more feminine women. You got that right. Brain dead. Is it going? Maybe so, Malice, but I don't go in Discord all the time, so. Peace. His balls. No. That's not what it is, Mr. Nobody. What it is I'm coming to epiphanies. All I can say is a lot of women will not listen. But some of you will. Your ego will not allow you to listen. The Jezebel spirit is just too far into you. That's how it is. You know? But I tell it like it is. You can get angry with me, but you know I have a point. You know, with the way things are going, society's going to collapse. I don't care who's president. We're going to fall apart eventually. Our economy's going to tank. And it will get to the point where you're going to really need men. You're going to need men. And how many of them, after everything you put them through, all the crap, will be there waiting for you? Or will they just leave you to rot? Ladies, hear me good. I'm real. I'm a real supporter. Yeah. But I say these things and nobody listens. But faith, and I have faith. I just know winter is coming winter is here for women. To the modern women, winter is here. It's going to get real cold. It's going to be cold out in those streets. You better believe it. You have created indifferent men who don't care about you anymore. Men that are fed up with your crap. Men that have seen their fathers get destroyed in divorce court. And screwed over in so many other ways. It's going to be bad. When you turn your backs on men, ladies, men will turn their backs on you. That's what happens. That's what's wrong with this society. Take it or leave it. 64 degrees, freezing. Oh yeah. You better believe it. You can say I'm just some weirdo incel, but I'm not the only voice telling this. There are guys who are better off than me saying this. There are guys that are rich and powerful saying this shit. Bigger voices than me. What are you going to tell me, Kappa? But, you know, winter is here. It's going to get cold. The streets are about to get cold. Yeah. I'm not the only one telling you this. Exactly. It's up to you, ladies, the good ones out there, to tell the bad ones if they keep going this route, it's going to be bad for them. They won't listen to me. No, no, no. That's a good one, Camel Campa. No, they won't listen to me. Because their feelings get hurt. But they will listen to you, ladies. It's up to you, Sabrina, to tell your nieces, to tell your young Gen Z cousins, to tell your daughters not to follow down that path, because you know where it's going to lead. It leads to loneliness. You think men are lonely? I don't care about living alone. I gotten used to it. I got my hobbies. I got my air guns. I got my knives, my slingshots. I'm having a good time out here. I was at an East Coast slingshot tournament. Men can have a lot of fun on their own. Men can make it on their own. But ladies, a lot of you can't. Agreed. Because let's say there's a time when there's no law and order. Let's say the entire civilization falls apart. What are you gonna do? Let's say, hypothetically, there's a time in the future, and it could be coming sooner or later, when this entire civilization falls apart, when it goes down, when it could be a major disaster, global disaster, whatever. Could be a very bad event, okay? Survivors are left over. And all you got left is just men who remember the old system, who remember how you treated them. Do you really think once they have power, they're going to treat you nice? Nah. A lot of these men can be just as grudge holding, and they're just waiting for the opportunity. So be careful, ladies. Okay, well, I'm Gen X. Malice. So, I'm not saying that all women are bad. I'm not saying that, because there are a lot of great women out there. Don't get me wrong. But the good women have got to stand up. They got to say, enough is enough. And a lot of them are standing up. And that's good. That's good. They need to start checking these bad women. We're both Gen X, Sabrina. That's good. But yeah, it's up to the other women to check the other women. You know? You know? Not to give them bad advice. These girls look up to you. You realize that. But many of you older ladies have given them bad advice. I don't know yet. Kamba? You're a millennial. Brain dead. Millennial. So, it's up to you ladies to put it into this. Men have had enough. We've walked away. It's kind of like, you ever read the book Atlas Shrugged? In the book Atlas Shrugged, everyone hated the industrialists. Everyone hated the people who created jobs, and and innovated and did all this and did all that, who created wealth, who made things better for people. They called them exploiters, the industrialists. It was only until these men, because of John Galt, disappeared. All of a sudden, these men who kept society running, who kept the motor of the world running, these men that were hated for their virtues, things started falling apart. In a lot of ways, we are living in a society that's similar to that. But I don't think Ayn Rand ever predicted that it would be men who would be going Galt, who would basically be the ones. Ladies, you hate us for building this society, for keeping this society running. What happens when we decide that we don't want to keep this society running? We no longer want to keep it because we're punished for being men. We're punished for being innovative, for being men, for being strong. So Atlas Shrugged is a good analogy for what's going on. Push too far. You got that right. Although I don't agree with Ayn Rand on everything, I do agree with what she says. And the fact is that when you basically demonize the productive people in society, I'm talking about the men here, the people that keep society running, what happens? Eventually men are saying, well, I'm not going to hold up this society no more. I'm going to let it fall apart. Atlas has shrugged. I'm not going to help you anymore. Remember that. That's something to think about. Pathetic. I am the man who tells it like it is. I'm not mean to people. Not by anything. Just remember, I don't agree with everything that Ayn Rand wrote. But I do agree that what she was right is when you demonize the productive people of society and you punish them for being productive, for being who they are. Eventually, the productive people will have enough. And they will go on strike. They will no longer deal with this stuff anymore. And that's what's happening with men. You demonize the people who keep your society running, your plumbing, your electricity, keep food on the shelves. These are the people you demonize. These are the people who say you want nothing to do with. What happens? These men said, I had enough. I'm not going to do anymore. I'm just going to produce for myself and not for society. Yeah, well, I hope I was able to enlighten. So true, hammer and nails. Men like you who work for a living, who build houses, who keep the society running, they demonize you. They look down on you. Why? They look down on working men. And they think they're better than you when you're the one keeping them alive. Without you, they wouldn't have houses. They wouldn't have electricity. They wouldn't have plumbing. They wouldn't have food in their stomachs. And we all know that. We all know it. But they don't appreciate it. Keeping the roads going. Yeah. Damn boy. I'm gonna appreciate it a lot more People forget the modern world was built on the sweat of a man, on the brow of a man. We built everything. 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 Every road. Every building. Every major technological us. With few exceptions. With a few exceptions. But that's it. Well, it's an outdoor channel, Master. But I decided to talk about this. This very internet, this very device I'm talking on right now, was engineered by a man. We are the creators. We make things better. Exactly, brain dead. Electricity, you can stop all that. Well, I wouldn't say that, Master. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that, Bates. I wouldn't say that. I'll call you Bates. I wouldn't say that, Bates, but yeah. So, no. Give me a second. I gotta handle this business. I gotta handle this. Get up and eat. Alright, let's see. Just gonna hit him. Yep. So, this is what I'm talking about. All right. Oh boy. Give me a second here. Getting close to the source. Hey, Hammer. How you doing? It's hammer time. Yep. I kind of doubt that, Bates. I know. Always in this area, I'm losing stream. Hammer, don't worry. I'm about to get to the source. I'm about to head home. Man, oh man. I knew I was going to lose stream. So, just give me a second. I'm about to head into my house where my Wi-Fi is there. I need to get a new place. Yeah, I lost the stream, but yeah. Look, this is how it is. All right, well, back into the wolf's den. Get her name. All right, we're back. All right, give me a second. Yeah. Come on, goes on straight. Alrighty then. What else is there to say? You gotta forgive me for that one. It always taps out on me a little bit. Alright, I said my piece about this subject. Decided to go on a little rant. Yeah, I'm back. And by the way, I'm straight man, Bates. I'm not saying all women are bad, but I am saying, well, I went on a little bit of a rant, okay? It was about feminism, how evil it is, and how it's a Jezebel spirit. So I went on, I covered some different things, so. Hey, just abuse. I don't care. It's gonna piss off some people, but I really don't give a damn. The one thing I'm glad of is that feminism is at an end. Kiss feminism goodbye. It'll be a footnote as a bad idea in history. All right, well, I started out talking about how this, I talked about the subject how, modern women have made men walk away. Many of them have gotten their passports and gone overseas. Then I talked about how men built everything and invented mostly all the inventions. Well, that may be true, Sig. But more likely they'll be going to the city, so I don't live in a city. Alright, well. You came late, Sig. And I want to give you something to eat. So, God bless you. All glory goes to God. And to the ladies out there, resist that Jezebel spirit. Very true, Sig. Very true.